He said to him, like, if you die, I die with you. They'd say that to each other. And subhanAllah, they died like 7-8 hours apart. And I said to the family, just see the decree of Allah. You wanted to bury him yesterday. Allah had a plan for him to be washed with his brother, shrouded together, prayed it together, put in the funeral together, buried together. You can't stop the plan of the Almighty, my brother. See now, 25 years down the track, Allah's given you what he's given you. And you say, alhamdulillah, I didn't get that. And that's a lot of things in our life. We can't see it now. But Allah sees our whole plan ahead. So whatever comes to you, we may love something, but it's not good for us. We may hate something, but it's good for us because Allah knows and we don't know. Because when goodness comes, we praise and we say thank you and we give shukur and hamd. And when bad comes to us, we're patient. And we also praise and say thank you because we're being patient. It's a win-win situation for both. I remember we had a day where we had 4 funerals in one day. And that's usually the cap off. Because for the machines and the cemetery and all that to lahi, and everyone gives their, respectful times. The 5th one that passed away. So what happened? 4 got buried. No, sorry, 4 got buried. The 5th guy that died, they said to us, "Nah, sorry, can't get him in today." The family went off. Lebanese families always go off. I'll go down there, blah, blah, blah. Relax, brother. It's not meant to be. When we picked this guy up, he died that morning, but we couldn't get him in because he'd already been booked out for the day before by the other graves. The guys that had died, they were already in the courtroom. I remember him wearing blue and white pajamas, striped. Like B1. I was always around B1. It was like B1. And an old guy, 72, 73. Address was like I remember the address and the area. Family went off. I said, look, man, funeral tomorrow. 4:35 in the afternoon, I get a message on my phone. Deceased. Address, man, same area, but just a different street. Name, same surname. Nah, bro. I ring up the guys. I said, bro, maybe we picked this guy up. He goes, no, it's a different one. All right. We went there to pick him up. Brother, blue and white pajamas.
No way.
I go B1 again, B2 now. And I'm like, in the moment, you're not putting things together. And I said, pick the old guy, 73, same thing, same look, same everything, subhanAllah. When I got back to the funeral parlor and I put them together and I looked at the paperwork, they were brothers. All right? They were brothers. And subhanAllah, look at this, amazing, bro. Next day, the cousins will come because they're cousins now. 2 brothers, cousins. Everyone comes to the funeral. And I said to them, see how the Almighty decreed, because they said to me, first of all, that this brother would never go anywhere without that brother, without saying to him, we're going to die together. Like, you don't leave me. We died because barbecues, shopping center, wherever they went, doctors together. They're always together. They lived close to each other. Like, they even wore the same pajamas. And he said to him, like, if you die, I die with you. They'd say that to each other. And subhanAllah, they died like 7-8 hours apart. And I said to the family, just see the decree of Allah. You wanted to bury him yesterday and you were fighting and screaming and jumping. Allah had a plan for him to be washed with his brother, shrouded together, prayed it together, put in the funeral together, buried together. You can't stop the plan of the Almighty, my brother, because that's a decree that has to happen. And this is where you show people these examples and this is when we go back to the youth, you tell them, work hard, plant the seeds, as the saying says, tie your camel. Don't just say, I put my reliance on Allah, but work hard for it. But always remember, if something comes good for you, it's meant for you. And if it's not meant for you, it's not going to come to you. And we have this conversation with a lot of my friends, like, funerals, bro, you start to see all the boys you grew up with, and everyone surfaces. And we said to him, I remember the other day, I said to one of them, I said, bro, 25 years ago, remember we were hanging here doing this, doing that. And then one of them brought up the subject, said, yeah, man, remember, like, that girl you were seeing, And the other guy goes, yeah, man, lucky I didn't marry her, And I said, yeah, see, lucky. Back then, you want to punch on with the dad and the mum and everyone because you wanted that girl. You wanted her so badly. See now, 25 years down the track, Allah's given you what he's given you. And you say, alhamdulillah, I didn't get that. And that's a lot of things in our life. We can't see it now. But Allah sees our whole plan ahead. So whatever comes to you, and if it's, we may love something, but it's not good for us. And we may hate something, but it's good for us because Allah knows and we don't know. That's why accept it. Accept everything because, the saying says, I'll say in English, does it bewilder you that all the affairs of a believer are good? Because when goodness comes, we praise and we say thank you and we give shukur and hamd. And when bad comes to us, we're patient. And we also praise and say thank you because we're being patient. It's a win-win situation for both. Because one's a cleanser and one's an elevator. can't lose.
Yeah.
But you got to live like
it's
that.
a beautiful perspective to have. It's,
I think amongst all faiths, bro.
yeah.
You know, look, one thing with funerals, with death, what gets people through it, and I noticed this, is faith. Any faith, Christian, whatever faith you are, whatever faith you have, is what gets people through these hard times and through these sorrow periods, especially through death. And the ones you find that don't have faith turn the other way. They go into, drinking themselves silly, becoming addicted to things, or suicide, things like that. And we get a lot of suicides. Muslims, we get a lot of suicides, bro. We're humans. The brain isn't different for us that, for someone else. We all have the same brains. We all have the same things going on in our heads. So yeah, we get it, bro. At the end of the day, it's life, bro. We're all, I heard this saying the other day. It said the world is like a container, and the grave is a container in that container, in that world. So the world, and then you got a grave in the world. It's a clear container, and we're all bodies in that container of the world, because we're all buried in the ground. And if you look at it in a clear perspective, all the bodies are in the ground, all around the world. In this world, that on top the living are running, and the bottom it's all full of corpses and what the world had before that was running the world. There was empires that ran the world before. There was leaders. There was very important people. The world didn't just come today, 2024. We're here. Someone built where we are. That couch was made somewhere. There was people. They may be no longer here. I mean, death is just unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. I've made people hate death now.
Well, I mean, honestly, we could go on for hours, man.
know,
We
bro.
could keep going on for hours and hours and hours. And then, yeah, like, this has been a crazy, crazy podcast. Like, because like I told you before, like, I watch your videos. Like, before the podcast, I told you I watch your videos, and you keep getting reminded of death, and you share your stories on your Instagram as well, like these sort of stories. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people just unfollow you, because you know what, this is actually just making me depressed.
It's too much of a reality check.
It's too much of a reality check.
The people that unfollow probably, that's their choice, because some people know nobody can deny death, bro. An atheist tells you I'm going to die. He doesn't believe in the Creator, but tells you I will die. So death is undeniable, a fact. Today I made a little video. As I was leaving the cemetery, I saw them constructing the headstones. They had them on pallets with names on them. And I thought to myself, man, there was like 10 of them there. And I was reading the names and that, and I thought, wow, one day that'll be our name on there, getting ready to put on our grave. That's how I ponder, man. That's like, I just looked, I made a video, and I said, but that could be our name one day. And the world is watching, and we're no longer here. Like, that's the reality of it. The reality is, as much as you think you are something on this earth and important and time must stop for you, it won't stop for you. You're just another oxygen person. I'm not going to say thieving oxygen, because there's a lot of them. But you're just another person. I'm going to say it, right? Because there's some people that deserve oxygen. But brother, we're all travelers, as the Prophet ﷺ said. We're all travelers. We're here for a short time. I was leading this thing yesterday, actually, where a guy visited a certain guy in a house, like a traveller, a tourist, wanted to stay at a local person's house. And when he went there, he just found a bed and a lamp, oil lamp. And he said to him, like, where's all your belongings? He said to him, where's your belongings? He said, I'm a traveller. He said, and I'm a traveller too. The world's travelling. We're travelling. We're not taking nothing with us. So traveller, man, it's we look at it as just when I leave to go, on our trip, like you're travellers now, you came from your home. But brother, the truth is, our whole soul, body, life, we're travellers. We're just going to leave a footprint and move on. And that footprint will eventually get erased. It's your legacy. And what I love about what I do when we go back to these videos is the era of digital doesn't get erased for a long time. Well, before books and that all went, all this old, pre my time, you couldn't do these reminders. Like, how are you going to get out to the world? It didn't work. You can't tell the world. It was like a phone. It was how many people can you dial to tell them someone died? There was no messages like now gets around the world in 2 seconds. So I think to myself, these reminders will be there a long time when I've left the earth. And people may sit back and go, you know what? The world's going to get worse. Ain't going to get better, bro. The truth is, the world's going to get a worse and worse place. Morals are going to be lost. Ethics are going to be lost more and more. you know, next 2, 3, 4 generations is going to be probably the worst time to ever be on this earth. So these videos may surface and people say, man, were people like that in that time? Did people think like this? Well, bro, this guy talking like this, like, really? Like, you know what I mean? It's history, bro. It might pop up in classrooms. I don't know.
The man of wonder.
Hey, it'll be a 3D hologram.
Yeah.
They'll make me
Never
into
know.
IA or whatever.
Yeah.